Welcome back to another reading vlog. My name is Chris. If you don't know me, I'm a huge thriller, horror, mystery gal, but I do venture out on different genres. I am open to all genres. I love reading. It has brought me so much peace mentally. I give everything to it. When it comes to my mental health, it truly does help me. And making these videos and meeting new people, even on the internet, in person, meeting other book lovers has just brought me so much joy. So if you also love reading, please leave a comment down below. I had so much fun doing this reading vlog. If you have any recommendations, please leave them down below. But let's get to the reading vlog. Okay, I need someone to talk to about this. Oh my god, this is so annoying. But what the fuck? This is, oh my god, I feel like crap. I feel like crap because this book is an arc. But she just recently posted it, that it was released. She released it early. But she wound up giving it to me prior. So, and I loved her first book. And this is an indie author. So I feel even more like shit, bro. I really wanted to freaking like this because her first book, her debut, I gave 5 stars. I fucking love that book. I recommend it all the time. So when I heard that she was coming out with this book, I was like, oh, hell yeah. I'm so, like, I want to support her. I want to review it. I want to, share it with everyone. But I'm literally pages from being done. Oh my god, and the struggle I had to do to push through. I'm thinking, okay, maybe, slow burn. It's gonna pack a punch at the end. I'm really hoping it still does, but dude, the choices that this female main character is doing makes no fucking sense. Oh my god, it's driving me crazy. Oh, I don't know whether to share it. I don't know, because I want to be authentic, obviously. I want to be honest. So I'm trying to do it in a tasteful way. So I'm definitely going to have to gather my thoughts, but it's just frustrating me because I'm going to give you a little bit, it's not a spoiler or anything, but in early on in the book, you learn that a girl went into a coma from getting apparently drugged. And now her friend is trying to uncover what happened to her. And she goes to visit her every day while she's in a coma. And like, she's like, being with her, and it's pushing her to uncover what's going on, what happened with her. And throughout the whole book, she's pushing so hard for her friend, she's counting on me. I'm gonna make sure I get information for her. The whole book is about this girl being in a coma and how her friend is just like pushing to find this information. So finally, we're getting to a point of like, oh my god, I think this part is going to be a spoiler, so I can't say it. But it's just like, you push so hard, and then she starts making these dumb decisions, like if her friend didn't mean anything, like what the fuck? Like, what was the point? Oh, I need to gather my thoughts, but I just needed to vent. Oh my god, this is just like, I haven't had such a bad experience, like sometimes it's like average, it's like all right, whatever, it wasn't like the best time, but it still was average, and wasn't bad. But this, oh my god, I'm so mad to say, but like it's bad. I feel like it was lazy. I feel like it's been so boring and just no thought to it, and oh, I feel so bad. So, oh goodness, let me finish this last little bit. Hello vlog, it is a new day. I did go for my walk, I worked out, cleaned the house, did all the chores. Did get to read some of the book that I'm currently reading, which is The Mirror House Girls. This is by Faith Gardner. I've had this on my list for a while. Faith actually sent me her book a few months ago. And I just had a lot of books that I was reading at the time, and it has to deal with cults. So when it comes to books about cults, I just have to be in the right mindset. And me and my friend Michaelin are doing another buddy read, and I said, you know what? I'm trying to get through books on my physical TBR. That's one of them. And it's on KU too, so I feel like I have the best of both worlds. I have the physical and I have the Kindle, so it just makes my experience just more entertaining. So I took my Kindle out for my walk and I did get to almost 30%. And I have to say, I am almost instantly immersed into this book. I am loving the writing. It's so easy. And this is my first Faith Gardner book. I have a few on my TBR from her, and I've heard nothing but good things. And she is an indie author, so I do prioritize reading indie authors and supporting them. And this is just like I'm really entertained. I'm so intrigued because although it's like a cult book, it doesn't feel like a cult book. Like, it's so interesting to me because I don't know, it could be the time of the month because I'm almost done with my cycle and I'm just feeling a little bit more emotional than normal, and I'm just feeling like I'm really full of love right now and really full of understanding. And this book, there's a character in it within the mirror house, and it's literally a house with mirrors all around it. Like when you look at it, it's like to envision it, it's like, wow, that's so interesting. Like if I would have seen that in real life, I would have been like, what the fuck? Essentially about a girl that her living situation was not very ideal. She was living with some sorority boys that were a mess and disgusting. And so she just lost her grandma. So she goes to a grief counseling. And there she meets another girl that has also lost her grandma. And they bond over that. And they kind of connect. They have lunch afterwards. And the girl was like, hey, why don't you come hang out with me and my housemates? We'll go on a hike and you'll get to meet everybody. They're super cool. Like, just come on. You'll love them. So she's like, you know what do I have to lose? Let's go. They go on this hike. She meets her friends. It's about like five women and one man, which is Simon. And the women just immediately are accepting her. They are full of love, full of like very affectionate people. She's not used to affectionate. She's never had a dad. It was just her mom, and her mom is like a very OCD person and very controlling. Controlling with love. I don't want to mean it in a bad way. She's just overbearing, you know? Typical moms, helicopter mom, you know? And she's always felt like, I just need to get out of here. I need to get out of here. So that's why she was there. And this is based in California. So anyway, back to where now she's with the housemates. They're on this hike. She's getting to know them. They're very welcoming. And it's feeling like super like heartfelt, to be honest. Heartfelt, and it could be because I feel like I never had I had a big family growing up, but it never felt like we connected. It felt very forced, I guess you would say. So I've always wanted to feel that like acceptance, you know? And so this book, I'm like really feeling that with these housemates, and it's making me really connect with everybody, which I'm just loving. I mean, who wouldn't? So, you know, she goes back to the house. She has a tour of the house. She's like, holy crap, this is beautiful. Like, I didn't expect this when she was explaining the house to friend. And so she stays for dinner. And this Simon character, he's kind of like a therapist, you would say, but more on the holistic side. I'm like a little over explaining, but I want you to get the visual because this book is just making me feel all the feels. So she winds up getting the tour, and her friend is like, hey, we actually have a room available. And so if you're wanting to see this room, and she's like, what the fuck? Are you serious? Like, this is fake. Okay, sorry, I had a whole cough attack. Anyway, the friend shows her this room, and it's a 3-story house. And the room that's available is on the 3rd floor, and it's literally the whole floor is the room. So she's like, this is the room, you know, the only downside is it gets a little stuffy in the summertime, but other than that, that's it. And this girl is like, her name is Winona as well, and I love that name. So our main character is Winona, and she's like, holy shit, dude, this is beautiful, like compared to what I'm dealing with. If it's available, I'm definitely gonna move in. She tells her mom about it. Her mom's like skeptical. She's like, what the hell? Like, this sounds weird. Like, you don't really know these people. But she's like, no, you don't know. Like, I feel welcome, you know, whatever. So now she's a few weeks in the house, and it's been good. They're having a good time. They have like these parties that they just have a good time. They have dinner together. They dance, they drink, you know, they're smoking. And one night, they're hanging out, and then all of a sudden they're gonna play this game called Truth. So without the dare, it's just truth. And so she's like, okay, whatever. And everyone just like abruptly looks at her, like all the people, and she's like, okay, what? And they're like, well, we've all done it, so you're gonna do it today. So tell us tell us one thing that you've never said to anyone. So she's like saying these little quirky things, and Simon is like, you know, essentially the ringleader of this, and he's like, no, tell us like deep secret that you've been holding on to, and it's been festering. And so she's like, okay, and she says a story about her past, about her father, that she's never said to anybody, nobody, not even her grandma. She's crying. And then all of a sudden they surround her. And like, I don't want to say a lot because I want you guys to like get into this book and completely be like, what the fuck? Like, whoa. Because that's how I was. I was like, oh. But I could see that being very comforting, what they do to make her feel better. And so this is all before, like, this is 30% in. I'm almost 100 pages in. So you can imagine that this is just so freaking engaging, and I'm just really enjoying it. And I've been tabbing actually a lot. What is ever pure and ever present? Love, which is the antidote of fear. And I'm like, oh my God, that is so true. Like, it's so true, because as a person that has chronic anxiety, and I'm a chronic overthinker, and slightly OCD mentality, that I overthink things so many times that it's exhausting. So this is really hitting home for me because of that. And another tab that I did was anger, the fear of losing control, jealousy, the fear of not being loved. Anxiety is simply an overreaction to fear. Oh my gosh, like, I just resonate so much with this. And when they were playing Truth, when they did the whole, whatever they did to make her feel better, I don't want to say it because I don't want to, you know, spoil anything, but the way she explained how she felt when they were comforting her, the way they did, she said, like, someone just poured a bucket of light and love on my head. That is so beautiful. Like, what a beautiful reference to feel comfort. Like, oh my God, I freaking love that shit. Oh my gosh, I want to run to my book and tab it, because that was so beautiful. And that's just a couple of the tabs. I've already tabbed multiple times, because just those metaphors and just those references, I'm loving it. So anyway, I know this was a lot to explain, but I just wanted you to understand where I'm at and how much I'm really enjoying this book. I'm definitely feeling like it's a 4, if not a higher, right now. But yeah, I can't wait to finish reading it and continue reading it. So I'm trying to get to at least 60% today. I'm off for the next few days. I definitely want to finish this book by tomorrow, if not by the next day. I'm really enjoying this, and I will let you guys know in the next check-in. Good morning vlog. It has been a few days. I wanted to give you a update on all the books that we finished during the vlog. I know I didn't update you after the second update with Mirror House Girls, but it's been a busy week, so I figured, you know what, I'll just do a whole roundup. So the first book I read, which was an arc from Ileana Zander, and that is Man of the Year. And that is now available on Kindle Unlimited on paperback. Unfortunately, this book was not for me. As you saw on my rant or my little venting session, it just wasn't for me, unfortunately. I felt like it had no plot. Like the plot got so disjointed towards the end. You were just like, so what was this, like what? Like I get the point, I get where it was trying to go, but it just was not executed well, in my opinion. This doesn't mean the author did a bad job, it just wasn't for me. I love this author's first debut novel, which was Love Mom. I absolutely love that book. I gave it 5-star. So, you know, it's reading is subjective. Some things are gonna work for you, some things are just not gonna work for me. And I rated it 2-star. Yep, I rated it 2-star. Oh, I feel like shit. Because I really want to support this author, so please take my opinion with a grain of salt, because you may enjoy it, and just give her a shot, because, you know, she is an indie author and I do not like to bash on any authors. It just wasn't for me. So I'm just gonna leave it at that. If you wanna have a more in-depth review, you can check out my Fable, but I just don't wanna say any more negative things about this author or the book, because, you know, out of respect. So it wasn't for me, 2 stars. Now the next book I jumped into was Mirror House Girls by Faith Gardner. And this is my first Faith Gardner book. Faith actually sent me this book and she signed it and everything, and it was so sweet of her. So thank you, Faith, so much. I did buddy read this with my friend Michaelin, and I'm really trying to get through my physical TBR, even though I read majority of this on my Kindle, because I was just out and about and it's just more convenient that way. This book is stunning. When I think of a paperback, and readers, you'll understand me, when I think of a paperback, I think of this. This book, like, it feels like the feel of it was so good. The font was perfect in my opinion. I feel like this is the perfect font, and just the page feel. Oh my gosh, I know that sounds so weird, but you'll get it if you love books like as much as I do. But this is a gorgeous, great quality book, and when I tell you this book, I was crying towards, like, even in the middle of the book, I was tearing up because I resonated so much with this book. Now, I come from a toxic upbringing, very toxic upbringing, very narcissist and manipulative upbringing, and very, very toxic tendencies that as an adult I had to learn and how to combat that, so I don't project that on my children now. And I'm so glad I saw that, and I'm so glad I had self-improvement to understand that. And this book brought back those feelings for me, but in like a refreshing kind of way. So if you come from a toxic background, you would love this, because you'll feel hard for the characters in this book. And the female main character, she was amazing. I really enjoyed Winona. Daughter and mom dynamic, I absolutely related to. I was like, oh my god, like I feel like I'm talking. So I just connected with her a lot. And the plot, you would think this is a cult book, right? Oh, it's just gonna be about a cult. Like a cult, we see movies about cults, like it's gonna be like that. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I do not gear towards cult books. And this, I gave 5 stars. I gave 5 fucking stars to this book. This book has now sped up to my favorite thriller of this year. I cannot believe, I did not go into this thinking it was gonna be a 5-star, because I'm not a cult person. And I was like, you know, I think I'm gonna like this book. I just don't think it's gonna blow me away. Bitch, it blew me away. It blew me away. I will always think about this book. This made you think. If you think you know about cults, you really don't. And it from the beginning to the end, it shows you that transition from it just being a welcoming atmosphere to a toxic atmosphere. And oh my god, man, it was amazing. It was truly amazing. Faith writes beautifully. I love her writing style. There was not one thing I didn't like about this book. It was a masterpiece in my opinion. So if you enjoy cult books, you will fucking love this shit. If you don't, you will still love it. please try it, pick it up. You won't regret it. It's also on Kindle Unlimited, so if you have Kindle Unlimited, check it out. Please support her. I am gonna read now every Faith Gardner book she has written. I'm gonna read it. Now, the last book I read is The Marlowe Murder Club. Oh my gosh, this is a cozy mystery, and actually, it's my first cozy mystery. This book was so fun. Laughed, I was giggling. You're following a 70-year-old woman, and she lives in this small town in England. I believe it's England or London. And a murder has happened. Her neighbor got shot. And I have a full in-depth review on this on my Instagram and TikTok. So if you want to check it out, I would really appreciate the support. But I really go in depth about what this book is about, and I really enjoyed doing that review. But yeah, so her neighbor gets shot. She's like, what the hell? She hears it. She's trying to figure out what's going on. The cops are like, no, we didn't see anything. Nothing happened. There's no body. And she's like, what do you mean? Like, I heard it. So now she's trying to uncover what's happening and where's her neighbor. And in the midst of that, multiple murders start happening in this small town that nothing ever happens. And she comes together with two other women in the neighborhood, and their found friendship was so cute. Oh my gosh. I was just like, as a loner myself, like Judith was, I felt so like connected to her because she was like, I'm happy by myself, and you know, that's me most of the time. But then you find these connections with people and you're like, wow, you know, like this is so refreshing to have this friendship. And at the end, it was just like so heartfelt. And the twist in this book, I did not expect it. I thought I had it all figured out. Hell no, I did not expect that twist. I didn't expect the outcome to be the outcome, and I really like, it was so refreshing to have a twist surprise me because I usually can pick it out. So yeah, this was so good. If you're looking for a cozy mystery that's gonna make you laugh and make you feel good and have that just comfort feeling, please pick this up. It was so good. I really enjoyed this. I gave this a 4.5 star. I mean, we started off bumpy, but we ended off real strong. We ended off real strong. I am so happy with these books, and oh man, I'm just gonna be thinking about them for a while. I love doing these reading vlogs. It's so much fun, like expressing how I'm feeling while I'm reading the book. It's like I'm talking to my friends because honestly I don't have that in real life, so I have to like let out this energy while I'm reading. So I really enjoy doing this. If you enjoyed it, please subscribe, please like. It would really mean a lot to me. Follow me on my Instagram and TikTok, sharing books. Please let me know so I can follow you. I would love to meet more book friends. Let me know what videos you would like to see next.